So I hate war, don't you? One of the things that got me into Ron Paul and libertarianism and overall like being interested in the Federal Reserve System is an opposition to war and an inability to actually be effective in that opposition. So, you know, you can protest. The protest movements for war have really largely died out. There was some stuff during the Iraq War, but that was the last big push. And, you know, I think that it's a position that basically every person on earth, except for the overlords, has, right? Like, what normal person likes war? And there's just no way to do that because they have to, you know, previously they would have to inflate people's money or ask the people to, well, no, sorry, back it up. Previously, they couldn't inflate people's money because people had different types of money and it was like tied to gold and actually hard assets and stuff, right? The value of money in the US was pretty steady for a really, really long time, like all the way up to 1913 when they founded the Federal Reserve System. And so leading up to that point, in order to fund a war, a king or an overlord or, you know, a government, whatever, if they want to have a war, they would have to find a way of like taxing the people and weaseling it out of them. But like, guess what? People don't like that. So when they did the central banking system, it was a really good gig for them because they could just print the money and then the people don't realize what's going on, so they're inflating away the value of the money, and then they just give it toward these causes that the people don't even support but are basically forced to pay for because most people don't know about that. And it leads to all these individuals dying, and you know, you hear about what's going on right now with Ukraine and Russia. Obviously, it's really interesting to me. I'm in Poland, right? There's a lot of history that I've been learning. I'm going to be exploring that over the next couple months while I'm here. Hopefully on video. I'm going to some Bit Film Club Monday night in Warsaw, so that seems really cool. Shout out to them. Anyway, the point is that, you know, every time somebody goes off to war, it's like somebody's husband, somebody's father, somebody's, you know, brother, and there are ripple effects, or when people come back, there's so much PTSD, they're not left the same. I was talking with a friend the other day, and an older friend, she was saying that, you know, after Vietnam, all the good guys, like the pickings were slim, you know, and that's kind of funny, right? But like also horribly sad and terrible. So when I was I'm looking for my capo, I'm not paying attention, you guys, but when I was, oh, there it is on. When I was first getting involved in the Ron Paul movement, I became friends with a lot of different Marines and like Army guys and military people. And previous to that, I really didn't understand why they would even want to do that, right? That was strange to me. Why would they want to even participate in that? But I got to know their stories and they were really, really moving. So a famous cover that I do is Masters of War, and I'll probably practice that now or in a little while, but one of the ones that I think is kind of like my equivalent is this song Playin' the Cards. And, you know, I the first part is about, well, you'll listen to the story and it'll tell itself. I'll leave it for interpretation. Let's take another sip of water. Okay, and hopefully it's in tune. When I'm on stage, I gotta check that. Luckily, my trusted steed here has a tuner built in, so let's see how we're doing here. All the people at home are like, whoa. I have to tune it back afterward. Great, cool. This is all veterans. I'm thinking of you guys. He's a miner, and his daddy builds guitars. Or let's start again. He's a miner, and his daddy builds guitars while he fights the cancer caused by Agent Orange. When his son tried to enlist, Dad said, please don't do this. You should get a job and raise a family. When I heard his story, it made me want to cry, 'cause I thought of all the good boys who had gone off and died. And I told him I was sorry for what I felt, but he told me he's just playing the card that he was dealt. He's a veteran, and he fights for us to be free. But now he does it with a pen and not a rifle. He's got a baby and a good, strong wife, but he lost most of his hearing defending oil. But I heard his story, it made me want to cry, 'cause I thought of all the good boys who had gone off and died. And I told him I was sorry for what I felt, and he told me he's just playing the cards he was dealt. There's a dream, there's a dream they like to sell us about the glory of a war. But I'm not buying this time, it's not worth fighting for. 'Cause if you don't end up inside the ground or in pieces on the floor, there's so many nightmares left behind. It's enough to make you lose your mind. Listen to the music, it's okay to cry. Think of all the good boys who have gone off and died. And I hope you know I'm sorry for what I felt. Guess what, we're all playing the cards we were dealt. I guess that we're all playing the cards that we were dealt. For a version of that song, go to my website, TatianaMoroz.com. You can find it there, called Playing the Cards. It's a lot better without mistakes. It's a really sad topic. But, you know, there's so many cool people that are doing stuff. I was in February, I got to go once again, which is kind of like an anniversary thing. One of my first really big gigs with Ron Paul was the Troop Support Ron Paul. And we were in front of the Washington Monument, and we marched, and it was also in honor of all the fallen soldiers, but not the ones from the fields, the ones who killed themselves, because a lot of them do. And it's really sad. So I don't know what we could do besides show compassion to those people and, you know, work toward ending wars all over the place. And I'll leave it at that.